come to the final card in this series, King of Pentacles. So if you want to check out this series, every minor arcana card has been described. And if you want the major arcana cards, there is one playlist for love and one playlist for symbolism. And in the symbolism, you will learn all about the meaning as well. King of Pentacles is a card for being really successful and financially abundant. So if you have struggled in any kind of way with money, King of Pentacles is the best card that you can get in the whole deck. Especially if you get it with cards like 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. These cards speak of flow of abundance. But King of Pentacles is the most abundant card. And it doesn't matter what field you're in. It doesn't necessarily speak of just the business world. It is whatever you're doing, whatever niche, you turn it into a very successful business. So for example, even if it is in music, for example, and you get King of Pentacles, then it means you're going to make a lot of money in music. If you get it in whatever area, it doesn't matter. King of Pentacles means that you are mastering the material plane and therefore are having enormous success as well. So this can also speak of a businessman or woman being really career-oriented, success-oriented, goal-oriented. It can also speak of management and project management and living really comfortably. But King of Pentacles speaks of when you are, it's just money just flows. You have the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. There is a lot of optimism in this card. It's self-belief is usually very high. Knowing that you can succeed, knowing how to succeed. It's a how, basically knowing how to do it. Having the right beliefs. And also speak of really having a lot of love of the material world as well. And if you see this card that I made, King of Pentacles, turn into someone that looks really ruthless. And I didn't want him to look so ruthless, but I decided to keep him like that because there is that element of ruthlessness in King of Pentacles as well. Of being extremely business oriented and not so emotional about it. Like it's just business basically. And if it is a love reading, then this card speaks of someone who's very committed, someone who is dependable, someone who loves a relationship, who likes to be in a relationship. And if you're in a relationship that's described by King of Pentacles, then this is a relationship where your energies combined makes you wealthy. It doesn't matter if you are wealthy coming in to this relationship or not. This is a relationship that makes you wealthy and successful. If you're single, it means that if you're looking for love, that you'll meet someone like this that will activate your success. Maybe someone very prominent, maybe someone who teach you a lot of things that you learn how to be this person that is extremely successful. Or just you meet someone who basically will provide for you and take care of you if that's what you want. If this is a career reading, it speaks of mastering the material world. As I said before, therefore you're getting a lot of success and recognition, having the Midas touch. So it doesn't speak necessarily of one type of job. It just speaks of whatever you're doing, you are making a lot of money basically. And there's a lot of security. And also if you are in middle management, King of Pentacles can mean that you're going to climb the ladder and it's going to be quite easy for you to get the high paycheck basically. But if you are entrepreneurial, this is a very good card to get because this basically means unlimited amount of money you can earn, even you're not tied to a wage. As yes and no, King of Pentacles is more likely a yes. King of Pentacles as feelings speaks of someone who loves money and business, who likes success, is very goal-oriented. They feel really comfortable. They feel incredibly confident. They have a self-belief like no other. So this is someone who they're so confident. They feel good about themselves. And they also like to know what is going on around them. So they pretty much know everything about everyone's business as well. So they can be a little bit nosy that way. If you're asking how someone is feeling about you, it can mean that this person feels that that they feel very protective of you and very responsible for you. So they could have that they're very kind of tune in on your needs and make sure that they provide for you really well. It can also mean that they see you as a King of Pentacles person, that you're the person that have all these abilities and achieve all these amazing things, and they're in awe of you, basically. As a personality, King of Pentacles is someone who works extremely hard. They have this amazing work ethic. They're quite good with people as well as money, but especially business and money. Can learn a lot from these people. These are the amazing entrepreneurs, project managers. They can handle several projects at once. They like to build. They really enjoy building. They usually do really well also in real estate. And if they are doing a job for a company and they decide to leave the company, usually what happens is that several people will have to be hired to replace them, because very few people can keep on top of everything the way a King of Pentacles personality can. They're often very good at observing everything. They have good leadership abilities, good people skills. They are also able to handle themselves in conflicts. So then they never shy away from a conflict either. Because if they know that having a conflict will resolve something that will make the business grow or the money side of things work for them better, like they don't take it personally. This is just purely business basically for them. So they also are someone who loves the natural world as well, and they often like to be surrounded by both people, animals, plants, nature. Their home is very important to them. So they're quite materialistic people, but it's not that they're all purely materialistic. Usually King of Pentacles end up providing for people. They create jobs for others. They often become, someone's boss, so they can, create jobs and opportunities for other people as well. When this card is reversed, then instead of being someone who provides and builds, it is someone who falls behind instead, and they're not providing. They basically maybe ruin people's opportunities or wreck opportunities, and projects get, instead of projects blossoming, it's projects dying basically. King of Pentacles is also, when it's reversed, someone who's a hoarder and a miser. So this is someone who they expect everyone to be at their best behavior, but they give them their worst. So it can also mean neglect of hygiene and poor health as well when this card is reversed. Can be stubbornness, but too much stubbornness. It's like being too stubborn and conservative and too afraid of change and too afraid of new ideas. That's when it's quite negative. But sometimes King of Pentacles reversed just when maybe the seeker is maybe they're a bit afraid of materialism. Maybe they're completely kind of like, they don't see the positive side to it. Maybe they don't see how it can be a positive thing. They think it can only be a negative thing. So they need to just have a little bit of balance, seeing yes, it can be negative, but it can also be tremendously positive for people. It creates a lot of opportunities for people as well. When King of Pentacles is reversed as a personality type, it is someone who basically just lives in clutter, both in the house and in their head. So they could be that they're dirty, disorganized, lack people skills, lack organization skills. Like maybe they also speak of unemployment, or maybe they have a business that they didn't care enough about it, so they went bankrupt, for example. Can be like really unreliable work as well, not being able to express how they feel, and on just like negative beliefs, negative emotions get in the way of clear thinking. So they create a real mess of things, and they can't handle themselves well in conflicts. They can't make good business decisions. These are people who, instead of creating opportunities for themselves, they waste away opportunities, and they sit back and dream about winning the lottery. And then if they do come to money, they act like they're the poorest person on the planet, or they just waste all their money on stupid things. So King of Pentacles can, when it's reversed, can be quite negative. But when it's not so negative and it's milder, It's basically just someone who has a lot of chaos in their head. Like they live in a lot of clutter and they're disorganized. It doesn't have to be as negative as what I just said. Let's see what the runes have to say about King of Pentacles. So at the top I got Ansus. Ansus is really the rune for Odin, so there could be a connection to Odin and that archetype of Odin, leader, speaker, someone who speaks really clearly, prominent, demands respect. I got it quite high up in the layout as well. Further down I got a Pertro, and Pertro is really, it's very similar to the Moon tarot card. It's something unexpected. It's something you can't see, a mystery, for example. Like it's emotional often as well, and it can very very low into the layout. So it could mean that at the basis or even programming from childhood in King of Pentacles is a lot of instability. So it could be that they're so drawn to stability because they've had the opposite. A lot of the times the tarot cards that show a certain energy, what came before was the absolute opposite of that. So in King of Pentacles, what you can investigate a little bit is where did you have chaos in your life growing up, and how did that motivate you to have stability in your life as an adult? Like, what did you have growing up that was maybe not great? And then you make sure that you have the opposite. So it can be like being from a broken home, and then maybe you make sure that you don't have a broken home when you are getting married. Like you make sure that you stay with your partner and provide that stability kind of thing. It can be if you were poor growing up, you make sure you're never going to be poor as an adult. Like if you had dealt with mentally ill people growing up, you make sure you are only around really stable people. Like you want to, with King of Pentacles, create the opposite of something that was very negative growing up.